Here we're going to simplify these expressions by distributing and combining like terms. You always first distribute. Get rid of the parentheses first. So if you look at the one over here on the far left, there's parentheses, but there's no number in front of the parentheses. There's just that minus sign. If there isn't a number in front of the parentheses, you assume that number is 1. So what is this saying? This is saying -1 is being multiplied by this whole thing. When I distribute, I'm going to distribute that negative sign with the 1. So that means I'm going to take -1 and multiply it by 4n. I get -4n. And I'm going to take that -1 and I'm going to multiply it not just by 3. Think of this as -3. -1 times -3 is +3. And then this 7n stays the same. Now that I've distributed that -1 to the 4n and the -3, now I can look to see if there's any like terms I can combine. Do you see them? Like terms have the same variable and exponents, or they're just constants, regular numbers like 3. If there was a 4 there, or 5, I would combine these, but there isn't. But I can't combine the 7n and the -4n. How many n's do I have? 7 minus 4 is 3, so 7n minus 4n is 3n. Let's do the next one. First, we're going to get rid of the parentheses. We're going to distribute. Sometimes the number outside the parentheses is positive. In this case, it's also negative. So we are going to distribute this -4 to the 5p and the 1. So I'm just going to write the 2 here because nothing's going to change with that. But this -4 times 5p is -20p. And this -4 times +1 is -4. Now, do you see any like terms that I can combine? Well, there's no other ones with p in it, but I do have this 2, and I have this -4. If you want, you can rearrange it. You can move that -4 over by the 2, so you can more clearly see the like terms that can be combined. 2 minus 4 is -2. And then you still have your -20p. Nothing can be combined with it. So it's -2 minus 20p, or often they'll put the one with the variable first. So let's switch the order. Let's put this -20p first, and then the -2 second. Either of these are the same thing. Let's try another. I have my 19, but I need to distribute this -6 to everything inside the parentheses. So first, let's distribute -6 times -k, or you can think of that as -1k. -6 times -1 is +6, so this would be +6k. Now, -6 times +4 is -24. Now, again, let's combine our like terms. Do you see any like terms? 19 and -24, those are just constants. They're regular numbers. There's no other terms that have a k in it, though, so nothing I can combine with this plus 6k. If you want, you can rearrange it. I'm going to put my +6k, which is just 6k first. My +19, which is +19. And my -24. Now I can more clearly see my like terms that I can combine. So I have 6k minus 5. Now here's 2 more. These are a little tricky because there's 2 sets of parentheses that you first need to distribute. The same process though. So let's just focus in first one here. Let's look at the first set of parentheses. We're going to take the number outside and multiply it by each number inside the parentheses. So 4 times -15 is negative 60. 4 times negative 3p. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, so this is negative 12p. So we've distributed that. Now let's look at the second one. Remember, you want to distribute this negative sign to every number inside the parentheses also, not just the 4. So minus 4 times negative 1p. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4, so this is positive 4p. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4, so positive 4p. Now what do we multiply? Negative 4 times positive 5 is negative 20. Now that we've distributed, let's combine like terms. Notice we have some regular numbers and we have sums with p's. If you would like, you can rearrange those terms. We can put the p's first. Notice I'm pulling in the signs, and then put your regular numbers. Minus 20. Now I can more clearly see which terms I can combine. Remember, when you're combining ones that have variables, you look at the coefficients. Negative 12 plus 4. How many p's do I have? Negative 8 p's. And then negative 60, negative 20, or minus 60 minus 20 is negative 80, or minus 80. All right, one more like this. Let's focus in the first set of parentheses. We're going to take that minus 2 and distribute it to both numbers inside the set of parentheses. So minus 2 times negative 5n is not negative, it's positive. Negative 2 and negative 10, or negative 2 and negative 5 is positive 10. N. Negative 2 times positive 6 is negative 12. So again, make sure you're looking negative 2 times negative 5n. Negative 2 times positive 6. Now let's look at the next one. Here we're distributing a positive 5. So positive 5 times 2 is positive 10. Positive 5 times negative 7n is negative 35n. So always distribute first and then identify and combine like terms. Like terms have the same variable and exponent if there's exponents, or they're just regular constants. You could just put symbols under, or you could rearrange them. So I'm going to put my n's, my minus 35n, my minus 12, and my plus 10. Now I can more clearly see my like terms I can combine. 10 minus 35 is negative 25n. And minus 12 plus 10 is negative 2.